A clever man without wisdom is like a beautiful flower without fragrance. Learning never exhausts the mind. The greatest deception men suffer is from their own opinions. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Where there is shouting, there is no true knowledge. Be a mirror, absorb everything around you, and still remain the same. Study without desire spoils the memory, and it retains nothing that it takes in. Learning is the only thing the mind never exhausts, never fears, and never regrets. The painter has the universe in his mind and hands. Fix your course on a star and you'll navigate any storm. Nothing strengthens authority so much as silence. Life is pretty simple, you do some stuff. Most fail. Some works. You do more of what works. Time stays long enough for anyone who will use it. I love those who can smile in trouble, who can gather strength from distress, and grow brave by reflection. Life is pretty simple, you do some stuff. Most fails. Some works. You do more of what works. If it works big, others quickly copy it. Then you do something else. The trick is the doing something else. Nothing can be loved or hated unless it is first understood. The noblest pleasure is the joy of understanding. Experience never errs, it is only your judgments that are by promising themselves effects such as are not caused by your experiments. Art is never finished, only abandoned. All knowledge which ends in words will die as quickly as it came to life, with the exception of the written word, which is its mechanical part. The truth of things is the chief nutriment of superior intellects. The deeper the feeling, the greater the pain. Life well spent is long. Your brain is much better than you think, just use it. It is easier to resist at the beginning than at the end. Beauty perishes in life, but is immortal in art. I thought I was learning to live, I was only learning to die. Motion is created by the destruction of balance. The artist sees what others only catch a glimpse of. Common sense is that which judges the things given to it by other senses. Time stays long enough for those who use it. Knowledge of the past and of the places of the earth is the ornament and food of the mind of man. Learn how to see. Realize that everything connects to everything else. As a well-spent day brings happy sleep, so a life well spent brings happy death. An average human looks without seeing, listens without hearing, touches without feeling, eats without tasting, moves without physical awareness, inhales without awareness of odor or fragrance, and talks without thinking. He who possesses most must be most afraid of loss. The world wouldn't be the world without trouble. Men of lofty genius when they are doing the least work are most active. Wisdom is the daughter of experience. All our knowledge has its origins in our perceptions. You don't get into trouble because of the things you don't know. It is the things you know that really get you into a mess. Just as courage imperils life, fear protects it. Everything proceeds from everything else, and everything becomes everything, and everything can be turned into everything else. It's not enough that you believe what you see. You must also understand what you see. Why does the eye see more clearly when asleep than the imagination when awake? Although nature commences with reason and ends in experience, it is necessary for us to do the opposite, that is to commence with experience and from this to proceed to investigate the reason. Practice should always be based upon a sound knowledge of theory. The painter who draws merely by practice and by eye, without any reason, is like a mirror which copies everything placed in front of it without being conscious of their existence. Whoever in debate quotes authority uses not intellect, but memory. Women love losers, but cheat on them with the winners. He who never puts his trust in any man will never be deceived. Just as food eaten without appetite is a tedious nourishment, so does study without zeal damage the memory by not assimilating what it absorbs. Common sense is that which judges the things given to it by other senses. Poor is the pupil who does not surpass his master. Days are long enough for those who use them. I am not poor, are those who desire many things. Every man at 3 years old is half his height. There are 3 classes of people, those who see when they are shown, those who do not see. Where the spirit does not work with the hand, there is no art. The noblest pleasure is the joy of understanding. A beautiful body perishes, but a work of art dies not. Experience is a truer guide than the words of others. I have been impressed with the urgency of doing. Knowing is not enough.